This is something I've been waiting for a couple of months. This I've got this Specialized Stumpjumper, and I'm going to put a Bafang motor on it, Bafang mid-drive, and it's off a guy Darren at Brighton Bikes. I spoke to him at length. He didn't have these units in; they were actually on the way over from China, and so I waited. A bit of a lesson in patience, and I've now got this. It's a mid-drive and a battery in there, so I'm going to unbox it and have a look and see what I've got, and then start fitting the mid-drive to this Specialized Stumpjumper. I'll just show you what I've got in this kit. This is the Bafang mid-drive. This is the 250 watt ETM. ETM stands for extra torque motor. So I've been waiting a while for this, and let's just show you what I've got with it. I ordered this as a, as an extra to tighten the bottom bracket up. But as you can see, we've got a motor there. We've got the sprocket. Now I did order a lightweight sprocket because I heard that the steel sprockets were quite heavy duty, and that's quite heavy. So we've got a nice, I think they call it a bling ring. But that's the blue sprocket I've ordered. There's the battery. I was a little bit concerned about whether the battery's going to go in this gap here, you see, but as you can see, not going to have a problem. Not going to have a problem with that. I can manage that. So I've basically got all the kit here. I'm not going to film myself fitting it. I'll just film when I've actually fitted it and tell you what sort of job it was. So I'm going to get this bike befanged and fit all this lot and tell you what the job's like. I was pretty unaware of e-bikes, to be honest, and the mid-drive until I started looking, and the Bafang gets a brilliant write-up every time. And I had this bike lying about, this Stumpjumper, and it's so good that I thought I'd really like to put a Bafang unit on it. Now, because of the shape here, just here, the motor's actually going to hang down here somewhere. So I don't think it's going to be a concern, but the shape of this frame is a little bit odd for the mid-drive. But anyway, I'm gonna put this on and see how it goes on and see what the end result is. You get you've got brake levers here as well. You get brakes with the kit, so the brake actually cuts the motor off. But I won't be putting those brakes on simply because I've got disc brakes on this. You'd only kind of put those the cutouts. You'd only put the cutouts on if you had pretty average brakes, really. But anyway, I'll get on with this job and see how it goes together. Anyway, a bit of an update. Got the motor in there, and we've got a little bit of a problem. See this bracket? This bracket goes on there and tightens up, so the motor will stop twisting one way or the other. And what I found is between there and the bracket there's a little gap, so I'm just going to have to pack that a little bit. But so far so good. Got the chain on there. Got the new front sprocket on, so a little bit of a progress report. Coming together okay. Just going to show you the finish of this build on this Specialized Stumpjumper using the Bafang motor. I finished it all. I've not been for a ride on it yet. I'll do another video of what I think the ride's like. It's all up and running. Pretty easy job. I've tidied it up. You find there's a lot of kind of spaghetti at the end of it. You know, you've got to tidy your wires up, and your wires obviously can go all varying different ways. You can have them any which way you want, as long as they're tucked away. But what I decided was I put the wires through the motor, threaded through the back here, and they come out the front here. There's just enough room there underneath to let the wires through. So the wires have come up here. I made just a little kind of cover, you know, just to hide the positive and negative wires for the battery, just in case you get kind of splashed, and just tidy it up. And I did the same at the top. Like I say, you get quite a bit of wiring on these things, and I made another just a little kind of thing made out of a canvas, and put the wires in there and zip tied them on. So anyway, nice easy build to do. I've got to ride it yet and see what it's like, but as far as I can see, it's everything's working fine. I've just been playing about with it in the garage, and everything's working on it. So everything's working. I just tried the throttle and it's trying to do its thing, so everything's working nice on it. As I say, I've just got to try it tomorrow. The other thing I found was I had a little bit of a problem with this. This is the pickup for the motor. You got a magnet kind of picks up on there, and it gives you your power. Every time you kind of pass this, it powers up. Every time the magnet passes this sensor, it powers up. So that's your pedal assist. And I had a few problems. I lost this little bracket, and I didn't know how the hell it was supposed to go on. Anyway, I found it and put it on. All good. So that was only me missing a screw and a little bit of bracket. You've got to be really diligent with your parts. Your parts are going to be scattered all over the place, and the little screws, they all matter. So anyway, I put some new bars on this as well, and I shall be giving it a try. But just to say, there we go, there's a Specialized Stumpjumper, an old style one with a Bafang motor in it. Well, I'm just about to go out on this Stumpjumper. This camera is a bit different. I'm using a thing called a Rewire body camera, and I'm just going to record my ride on this. As I say, I don't know if I said, but I've never ridden an electric bike before, so it's all new to me, this. I've just had a quick go up the street on it, but I'm going to take it off-road now and just see what it's like over the dirt. So I'll attach my camera and see what this thing's like. Well, I've only ridden up the road and so far so good. I'm on level assist 5. Very good, no problems, first time out on it. Level assist 5. Bit of throttle. We'll cross some dirt, so we're in kind of in the dirt now. Well, like a soggy mulch kind of thing. It's just like a soft path. We've got some hills up here, so I'll have to see what it's like on hills. I'm not really dressed for any of this, but I'm dying to know what the bike's like, so we've got some hills here. Only a little bit of a hill. Nothing major. So far so good though, everything's really nice on this build. Up a hill, absolutely effortless. Use a little bit of leg power, but I'm totally unfit when riding up a hill. I've just been over here walking the dogs and got out of breath when I got back. So like I say, I'm pretty unfit. Well, as I said, I've never ridden an e-bike before, and this is absolutely tremendous. Love it. Really good. The only killer is at 15-mile-an-hour limit. Absolutely stops you dead. So that's the only bad thing. So we've got a little hill here. Make sure I'm in the right gear. Easily up the top of that. And come down here. Pretty muddy. Hi mate. So here's the bike all finished. I've been out on it today, very good. Excellent kit, rides brilliant, very, very quiet. I've been off-road, nothing too drastic, just some mild stuff, but at the same time, absolutely brilliant. So you've got 9 settings of power, and you know, I've kind of been using like 5 setting around and about. The only thing I would say about it is there's a 15-mile-an-hour limiter on it, and that's an absolute fun killer. But I'm sure that could come off at some point. But anyway, there's the build, absolutely brilliant. And thanks to Darren at Brighton e-bikes for supplying me all the bits and talking me through it. Anyway, I got this Bafang system off him, and it's been absolutely brilliant. Everything's gone pretty smooth. The only problem I had was I had to put this nut in there to actually compensate for the gap that was there. So I would say each build has its own kind of pitfalls to get round, and I would say that obviously it's a custom unit to go on there, and you may well have to do a little bit of fiddling, but at the same time it's not a big job. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching, and thanks to Darren again.